Guess what day it is? It's not hump day, so shut the fuck up. Welcome everybody to the ARWLS DuPont Cup Series Season 4 finale. We're here in California. That was our finale for the past two seasons. Charles Sanford on the pole. We have a three-way bout for the championship between Nicholas Guerrera, Dusty Griffiths, and Pichu London. And they're all actually near together. The 34 Guerrera, the 78 of London, and the 20 of Griffiths. It's been a long and very entertaining season, as Charles Sanford is going to lead us to the green flag here. Green flag's out, and we're underway for the final race this season. Alright, so the points info is this. Nicholas Guerrera has a pretty large points lead. Dustin Griffiths is behind by 26 points, and Pichu London is behind by 39 points. London's going to have to win and hope that Guerrera finishes in last, or at least second to last. And then Griffiths is going to have to finish at least 27 positions ahead of Guerrera, because he would win the wild card because of Griffiths picking up 2 wins during the season. Sanford going to lead the first lap, and that number 24 took that 24 to its first victory in a long time this season in Kentucky. He's after can on his bumper. Comes Osinogo, looking to make a move for second place here. Here comes Buchanan down the inside. Guerrera's up at the top 10. He's trying to put himself up there. If he can stay up in the front, if Guerrera can stay up in the front, he'll win this championship. Look at Pichu London though. London's forcing himself into a 4-wide situation. Oh boy, almost took out Guerrera. That would have been very bad and very controversial. And Guerrera looks like he's actually going to be the one to escape that trouble. It passes for third. Now going for second place. Guerrera just barely lost this race last season. Barely lost the championship last season. He's on a redemption move. He's got his nemesis from last season, the champion from last season, Pichu London, right there with him. Here comes Pichu now for second place. Everybody's slicing and dicing. 50 laps, gonna be a long race compared to some of the races we've ran this season. Sanford continues to lead. Buchanan now looking for the move for first. He can get there. Sanford, though, he's blocked. But Buchanan's going to get under him anyway, but the outside lane's a lot quicker on the exit. Here comes Pichu now looking for 3 wide. This track has received some modifications since our last race. As you can tell, the track surface is a little more bumpier. That was due to the wear and tear of the NASCAR Sprint Cup race and the racing here. Kept the blue walls. Sanford is still going. Keeps on ticking. Guerrera pushing the 14. Buchanan was the points leader at some point before the chase. He took it from block once, but then he lost it. And he was the points leader in the chase for, I think, the first 2 races, and then he lost it. And then he just really fell off. Here comes Guerrera now for second. He's going to easily pass Buchanan. Doesn't even give much of a fight. Check out 2 of the Gibbs cars on the outside. That's Perry and Charles Jackson. They're trying to work their way up to the front. Perry slicing and dicing all the way towards everybody. He's really quick. And Sanford is leading a good amount of laps here. Oh boy, Peach Lynn's not giving Perry any room. Can't really blame him. Here comes Perry on the outside. And then he slices down towards Buchanan for second place. Really good battling for the lead and the positions right now. He's going to use Buchanan as a pick. He's going to try and pass Sanford. Buchanan now going to make a 3 wide. Oh, but Perry had to really back off that turn. Buchanan, Sanford now drag racing. Cole Daly out of nowhere. Cole Daly's had a very miserable season thus far. And that number 33, this could be his last race in that number 33. He's going to push his way up to second, working with Sanford. Pretty good racing thus far. They're just having a little trouble passing each other. Well, not passing each other, just getting up to Sanford. I think Sanford's got a really good car. Definitely a car that can win. There's William Duncan now, working his way up into the front. Duncan has not really had much of a good season thus far. It's Daly looking to make a move for first, but Sanford and Buchanan closing him in. Here comes Daly now, looking to make a move there. Gets under him. Little contact there. Buchanan pushing to 33, looking to try and force him into the lead. Here comes Pichu London. He's making a 3 wide for third place. Daly needs some help. And Sanford going to clear Daly out of the turn. Check in the back here. Navarro's holding up the last place spot. Dustin Groves has fallen way back. A lot of action going on. 4 wide. Jake Cole, tell you what, he's on a hot streak. 2 straight wins for that number 1 car. And they are definitely looking to be, well, they're hoping to be contenders for the win of this race. Look at Block on that outside lane. It seems like the outside lane has become the better groove. Look at him go. He's flying right now. Guerrera himself is starting to fall back a little. That's probably exactly what Dustin Griffiths wants to see. Oh boy, Daly really backed off in that turn. He had to slow way down. I don't think he wanted to wreck Buchanan. Pretty good racing thus far. 4 wide. Well, they were 4 wide for a second. For a second, not for a second. Damn it. Cody Lamas has not really had much of an impressive season at number 48, but he is looking to try and get a win here and turn his pretty dismissal season around for this final race. Justin Perry was probably one of the biggest oddballs that chased because he did absolutely nothing during the season besides stay consistent. And he lost his championship opportunity at Zanjoltis. This is Charles Sanford's home track, I should mention. So Sanford's definitely impressing his fans, or at least the California crowd. Oh boy. Things are starting to really calm down. Charles Jackson, Brandon Griffiths, and Austin Ogo. Oh boy. Kyle Sosnowski's worked his way up into the top 12 area. Sosnowski's had a horrible season in that number 7. So we'll see how he does for the rest of this race. Although I have some doubts. He's one of the only 3 Dodges driving these new Dodge or the Avenger chassis. Both the Penske cars drove these. Sanofsky was the only non-Penske car to do this. And that Dodge chassis has not really been very impressive. They've had one win with that chassis, and that was from Brandon Griffiths, who is right there in the 9th place position. Sanford seems like he's really untouchable. He actually looks like he's starting to pull away from Buchanan a little. This is a very different from last season where they were making 4 wide moves, but these guys are still making big moves, but they're not as crazy. It's actually been a pretty calm race. These guys looks like they're in no rush to cause anything. And Guerrera's still continuing on. Dustin's trying to get back up there. Block making moves. He's swerving left and right, passing people. Oh boy, Sanford finally being challenged up there. Look at Buchanan and Perry giving Sanford a fight. 3 wide for the lead. But Sanford, that outside lane and that 24 car is so strong. I don't know if they're going to be able to ever pass him, but that was a close one there. Oh, Sanford came down the block. That opened the door for Daly. Daly saw the opening and he went for it. And he's going to take the lead. That may have been the first lap Daly's led all season. And he's going to take the lead. How about that? 4 wide. Look at Lamas really high up there. Dang. That could have been bad. That could have been a lot worse than anticipated. Lamas trying to get a really, really high side lane going. But Sanford is sticking with that 33. Does not want to leave him. Oh boy. Brandon Griffiths now looking under Daly there, trying to make a move. Lamas on the outside lane from Seth Cole. They're trying to get the outside lane running. Daly comes down and blocks the 22, but Lamas is there. And Lamas now going to go for the lead. See if he can do it. Seth Cole going to push him. Going to push Daly. Or go higher. And the 33 is going to clear the 48. Seth Cole coming with them. Brandon Griffith's got a huge run. Wow. Well, this is good for Daly. He's leading some laps. Number 33. Turning on, they're driving like crazy in the back in this backpack here. These guys are not caring anymore. Here comes Griffiths now, gonna pass the championship leader. But Griffiths needs to get up there, up to the front. And Guerrera's kind of falling back. He's trying not to, but Griffiths needs to get up there as we're approaching the halfway point. He can't wait anymore. Daly holding that out middle lane more. Seth Cole now going to try and go for the lead. Single file, but they're all together still. Here comes Cole now down to the bottom in that 45 Dodge for Kyle Petty Motorsports. And everybody going down the inside, gonna try and help Seth. Griffiths trying to, where are you gonna go? Griffiths trying to make up his mind, like, who do you push? Sanford looks like he's gonna try and help Cole. Well, S. Cole. Cole can get that, if Seth can get the boost, he can make the pass on Daly. And he is. And Sanford refusing to leave the 45's bumper. That 33 just got a huge shove from that 22. Oh, and Seth just really put the car in there. Daly panicked a little. Coming out of turn 4. Seth gonna lead the lap, or no, Daly's gonna lead that one. That was a good effort for a lead pass. That 45 still sticking, refusing to leave that 33. These two looks like they're pretty even. Seth Cole's had a really great comeback here. Made the chase, scored his first career win. Brian Griffiths looking to make an outside pass. And it looks like he may get it. He does. New leader. At 22, looking to try and clear 33, but now Seth's trying to help the other Cole. And Sanford refusing to leave the top 5 area. Hanging in 4th. Sanford seems like he has one of the strongest cars in the field at the moment. And we're still green and we're halfway through. And Griffiths just cannot get any momentum. And Carrera looks like he's got too good of a car to even fall back. Whew. Brandon Griffiths and Alex DeMarco can join together to make one mission. That was to rebuild Penske this season. And Griffiths did pick up Penske's first wins in Season 2. So it looks like they're trying really hard. Those Penske cars have always had some of the crappiest luck and some of the crappiest equipment. Last season they had Trent Dunham, who didn't do well. They had Jeff James, who finished last in the points. Who else did they have? They had someone else. They had Jeff James, who wasn't really too impressive. And don't forget about earlier seasons. I mean, you gotta remember, back in Season 1, Kevin White was absolutely horrible. Atkins was pretty average. Jacob Lawler picked up their first victory and made the chase. Yeah, I think that's all. Penske has been Brandon Griffiths, sorry, Brandon Griffiths, Alex DeMarco, and who's the other Penske? Ian Duda. Duda has not really had a very good season. Where is Duda anyway? Let's go find him. He's back in the top 10 area actually. So he's trying to get to his teammate. Penske power. Dude is definitely looking for a good finish. Michael Block pushing the back of Petrie London. MBR is actually interested in that 78. They're actually looking to buy from Ganassi. But I'm not too sure if Ganassi is going to give up their champion driver or the championship equipment. And honestly, I wouldn't either. Chris Washer in the top 20. Not really had much of a different season than his rookie season. But the season's not over just yet. I mean, he can win this race. He just needs some more. Galgan now. He wants a solid finish for that number 21 team. Great season for Galligan, in my opinion. Absolutely fantastic season for them, despite not making the chase. And the top two have pulled away from the pack, and Seth Cole and Brandon Griffiths. Seth's trying to get the outside lane going, but he can't get any momentum off the 22. 22 looks like he's pretty powerful. William Duncan out to 4th place, trying to pass for 3rd. I think he should probably move to the inside lane. Their lap times are getting slower and slower, but the tires are going out. They're not going to need to pit. The fuel tanks are large enough and the tires are going to last long enough. But if a caution comes out, you may want to pit to get some fresh tires. Really good battling from mid-pack and onwards. Again, coming up the block to 29. See if he can get the run. Here comes Seth Cole. He got the outside lane going. Gonna pass Griffiths, and we got a new leader. Seth Cole gonna try and hang with that 22. That 22 is pretty strong, though. They're incredibly even right now. As here comes William Duncan and Osnogo. Two Roushers trying to push their way up into the trying to get their way up to the top two. They see an opportunity because these two are battling, and Seth's gonna clear the 22 coming out of turn 4. Gonna be 16 laps to go. Roush has had a better season than some of their past ones. Ogo won 2 races. Dylan Young made the chase yet again. Navarro was close to a couple wins. Duncan was close to a couple wins. Washer close a couple times. And Duncan has now caught the top 3. He doesn't really have much against these two. He was never teammates with any of them. Those two. Brian Griffith's now going to try and pass the lead, but that outside lane's stronger. And Griffiths does not even get to challenge. Seth just shut the door on him. Like a lot of activity going on. It's Duda. Oh boy, here comes Duda. Or Dutta, if you want to say his name. You can see Washer moving his way up into the front, sort of. There's Guerrera, and there's Griffiths. Well, not really much to say. None of us were even expecting much of a championship battle. This Washer trying to get a run on the inside lane. And Guerrera looking to go with him. Or make it 4 wide. Oh, God. Okay, Guerrera. Guerrera is just not caring anymore. He wants to pass everybody. Oh boy, Washer almost just turned Lamas. That would have been that would have been very, very bad. Especially when you're in front of the championship leader like that. Griffith's trying to hang with the 45. These two are really competitive against each other right now. I guess Seth led that lap. That's how close it was. And we're approaching 10 laps to go. I think Duncan seemed to have drained his car. Cole Daly, still there. Some teams, we're hearing that some teams are actually questioning that they should just pit. A lot of people are doubting whether or not these tires are going to make it. They have enough fuel. But look at that tire. Look at the compared to lap times. They're 3 seconds slower than their best lap at the start of the race. Oh boy, Duncan's caught him again. Is Duncan gonna actually push the 22? 10 laps to go. Here they come on the outside lane. Griffith's getting the run. Duncan giving him the push. And Griffith does not go for it. And he was getting some help. I just realized the top two, both Dodges. How about that? I mean, Dodge has barely done anything significant these last couple of seasons. I mean, really. Dodge has always been a very, very lackluster manufacturer. But they do get wins every once in a while. I mean, DeMarco, well, not DeMarco won in the Chevy, technically, but it's not been good for Dodges. And Griffith's now going to try the outside lane on Seth. Gonna try and repass for the lead. And Duncan gonna try and stay with the 22, but Seth looks like he's blocking him up the track. And Duncan's gonna get the outside lane as he wants. Can he get the run on Seth? He will. Duncan would love to close out his season with a win, I'm telling you what right now. And he's gonna take second. Ogo's trying to get up into the top 3 right now, trying to get to his teammates as Noski wants to get up to Brandon Griffiths and help his fellow Dodge mates. Block has secured himself into the top 10 despite starting in the back area, so he's done a pretty good comeback. Sanford trying to get at least a top 10 for his hometown crowd. See if he can hold on. Galligan's trying to get himself into the top 10. And Griffiths is not. I don't think Griffiths is gonna have anything for that 34. I think it's over. I think the championship's officially over at this point. Look at Trosco on the outside lane. We saw Tross back in last place earlier, and he's worked his way up into the near the top 20 area. So they're looking to be big contenders. And look at Griffiths, he's actually starting to pull away again as Duncan trying to stay in second. Ogo trying to push his teammate. The record for most amount of wins in one season is held by Dylan Young with 3. Ogo wants to tie that record. If he can do it, that would probably mean a bunch. Ogo's been one of the most impressive drivers this season. Duncan staying with the 22. 6 laps, well, coming to 5 to go. I wonder if it's going to take them 40 seconds to get around the track by the time this race is over. It's close. It's like that for some of them. At 99. Does not want to back down, though. He can smell the win. He just needs to get on that outside lane and fast. But Griffiths is he'll block you. Henske's never had more than 1 win in a season. Duncan has not won a race yet this season. He's getting the run on the 22 though. Backed off a little. Accelerating again. And yuppers. Sosnowski holding the top 5 spot. So it's going to be a good day for Dodge, I must say. Very, very good day. Here comes Duncan now, trying the outside lane on the Griffiths. Did not get the run he wanted. And he's going to try the inside lane. Griffith's going to block him. Coming to 3 to go. Can William Duncan make a move on Brandon Griffiths and pass for the lead? Oh wait, it's the caution now. Caution's out for something. Daniel Day. Tainan, Eugene Max looks like they have damage. I don't think we're going to finish this race now. And the field's going to slow. Dustin's all the way back in 27th. Wow, it took all day until the final laps to get a caution, and it's between day and none. Definitely not the way they want to close out their season. And the finish of this race is definitely looking to not be possible. Well, let's take a look and see what happened. Well, this is interesting. I've never really seen this happen before. Watch Tainan. Look at that. I have never seen something like that before. Oh my goodness. Was he trying to get him loose? This is very weird. Tainan's getting the run on the 9 here. The 9 comes up to block him, and then looks like, yeah, then I don't think really Ty gave him any room. Looks like Ty was being a little too aggressive, or Dave was just trying to brake check him or something. Dave braked earlier than Ty did, and it just caused mayhem. You don't really see that often. Although it was pretty unneeded by Tainan for him to do that. Well, let's head to the finish. Well, definitely not the way I would choose to end this race and this season. But Brandon Griffiths looks like he is going to take the victory here at California and will score his 2nd win of the season. And the championship is over. Guerrero is ahead of every single person in competition. In 17th place, well, not Peachy London, but Peachy London is only going to make up that gap by just a snippet, and it's definitely not going to be enough. Nicholas Guerrero was the runner-up of last season's chase. A very big heartbreaker for him. In Season 1, he barely missed a chase, and for 2 straight seasons, he's going to finish in the top 2 in points. Richard Johnson Incorporated, a team that was founded out of retribution due to Richard Johnson being removed from Joe Gibbs Racing due to them taking Mason Wood and not renewing Richard Johnson. In their first season, they got into chase and was eligible for the championship, but they didn't win it. Then last season, they tried 2-car team and it failed, but they're going to take home a championship. And Brandon Griffiths going to take home his 2nd career win of the season and will win here in California. William Duncan was very heartbreaking 2nd. Ogo with 3rd place. Seth 4th. Kyle Sosnowski will close out his miserable season with a top 5. Michael Block gets a 6th. Galligan with a top 10. Sanford will finish in the top 10 for his hometown crowd. He led the first quarter of the race. Peachy London comes up short. Ford is finally going to get their first championship. They've come close so many times, and yet they could never seal the deal. And now Ford's going to be a champion. Jason Tross was in last place for the first half of this race, and he get a top 20. Same for Dylan Young. Chris Washer, the 14th. Ian Duda finishes with a 12th place in the 12th car. Oh my goodness. Cody Lamas. Wow. Dustin Griffiths. Wow. A lot of... He came up... He did not have a good car to win today for sure. And that number 20, very, very disappointing for that 20 team. A lot of bad luck screwed them over. Yeah, and everybody else files in. And the season is over. Huh. Well, it's definitely been one of our best seasons in my opinion, despite the lack of a good championship battle. And with Season 5 going to be the last time we drive in these cars, we'll see what happens with then. The sign-ups for that should be in a couple days, whenever this gets up. Brandon Griffiths is winning here today, and Nicholas Guerrero is the champion. Taco Bell. Well, they get a championship. How about that? Taco Bell. Everyone gets free Doritos Locos Tacos. How about that? Yeah. Well, we're definitely going to see if Guerrero's going to return to the 34 next season. I'm sure RGI is praying that he does so. Great run for Nicholas Guerrero. Great championship run that he had. One of the most unstoppable chase performances we've ever seen. And yep, and just like that, the season of the championship's over. Well, hope you guys have enjoyed this race, and we hope you guys have enjoyed this season overall. Yeah, a lot of people were a little critical about the chase this season, especially Michael Block, who yelled at me several times about this. But it has been a very entertaining season. A lot of different winners, a lot of interesting stuff like Osinoga winning to get a wild card spot. Stuff like J. Cole getting 2 straight wins. A lot of big things that were needed. Seth Cole getting his first career win. Yeah, like all that stuff. And it's really been a pretty interesting season. But either way, it's time for the Season 5. It's going to be interesting as we're going to be announcing our new theme. It's going to be old versus new. 21 cars from the original car set versus 21 of the new cars that we've driven ever since Season 1. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited for that, because now we're going to have a lot of different manufacturers. We're going to have freaking Chevy, Dodge, Toyota, Ford, and now Pontiac. So it's going to be very, very fun. See how that turns out. 5 manufacturers gonna battle it out, so I hope you guys are really excited for that one. Yeah, I'm personally excited myself. And then Season 6 is gonna be some big changes, which I'm pretty sure some of you already know. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this race, and we will see you guys next time. Here are your results and finale points. Yeah, magic.